There's been so many questions about marriage in this Q&A, which I was expecting. And then there was also so many questions about Ariana. I will still continue to support her even if she never messages with me again. Hey guys, so as you can see, I'm getting ready and it's been a long time since I filmed a Q&A get ready with me. Do you guys like the whole like bow on the straw thing? I've been testing this out because if you guys didn't know, I have my own antique shop that's opening this summer. I'm gonna have like a little coffee bar and I wanna put this on like all the coffee cups. That way when anyone in my local area is walking around with a coffee with a bow on the straw, people will know they were at my shop. Do you guys like my new chair? I just got this chair and that Che Lounge this week and I'm just absolutely loving this room. It's really coming together. So I'm gonna do skin prep first and then I'm gonna take my curlers out and we're gonna do makeup, but I am gonna be doing a very long awaited Q&A with you guys. It's been quite some time since I've just, done this and I feel like I've definitely become way more open with you since doing a Q&A. So I feel like this one's gonna be really fun and it's not gonna be me talking in circles or saying like the same nonsense in a different font. I feel like you guys are actually gonna get some answers in this Q&A and I'm scared to see what you guys are gonna be asking, but at this point I'm just like whatever. I got this idea to get ready with you guys on YouTube because for some reason my get ready with me's on TikTok have been just like doing so well and I've been getting so many requests to do a long version on YouTube. I start out with macadamia oil and then I go in with my Camellia water by Chanel. Now I'm using my Hydra Beauty by Chanel for my under eyes with the little caviar beads, and as they touch your warm skin they pop and they really sink into the under eyes, making them nice and pillowy and a great base for makeup. So that's exactly what I'm doing. Also, excuse my nails, it's literally my birthday week and I had to make the decision to make these like old nails last longer than they should because I want my nails to be super fresh for my birthday and super cute. I asked you guys on Instagram if you have any questions and I received so many questions, I'm like scared. This is crazy, I'm scared. Okay. First question I'm gonna answer, because ever since I started making these get ready with me's on TikTok and people are refinding my content and videos and see that I'm blonde. Well, the question is, would you go back to brunette or dye your hair a crazy color? But I just wanna use this opportunity to tell anyone who hasn't seen me in a little bit, I have been blonde since 2020. So for 4 years now I've been blonde. So to anybody that's trying to accuse me of copying anybody else with blonde hair, I have been blonde for 4 years. I can picture myself going back to brunette, but not anytime soon. And I would love, love, love to explore strawberry blonde. That is definitely my next hair color. I feel like I'm gonna bounce around from blonde to strawberry blonde for a while. Would you release another fragrance? Oh my goodness, guys. So there's a reason. This is hard with my hair and curls. There's a reason I've been in LA so much recently, but I signed things and I cannot talk about things. So do what you want with what I'm saying, but we are in for a very awesome year. There was questions about music and I'm just gonna answer that now as well. But so many people have been asking, when am I gonna release music next? And the answer is, I don't know. I do have like a song or two. I have 2 songs that are like pending. Different things excite me at different times. And if anyone watched my New Year's vlog, my New Year's resolution was, if it doesn't feel good, I'm not gonna do it. So if I'm not feeling like doing music right now, then I'm just not gonna do it. My songs are great that I have in archives, and when I'm feeling that again, then I'm gonna do it. Right now I have so many exciting things in the works, including the antique shop. There's been so many questions about marriage in this Q&A, which I was expecting. And then there was also so many questions about Ariana. So I'm gonna get to all those in this Q&A. But before we get into all the marriage questions and those answers, I do want to thank the Yoda app for working with me for this video. It means so much to be working with them because that app helped me so much during the crazy transitional time period of my life that I so heavily documented. That app was very there for me during the many changes occurring in my life when I didn't even know where my life was going. So Yoda is an astrology app that uses personalized predictions by by Vedic astrologers, and it uses Vedic astrology to connect people with their human design by analyzing birth charts, zodiac signs, relevant surroundings, and personal factors. I'm really loving how this hair is turning out. And now the sun's going away, it's getting cloudy. You guys asked me in the Q&A, when will I be getting married? So I went ahead and I asked the Yoda app, and I'm gonna read that with you guys, for you guys. I haven't read it yet. And I just wanna let you guys know that I recently went through like the past predictions on this app. Some things like line up. So I went back to times before on this app, and I realized I witnessed the accuracy of the events. Some of the events that unfolded were in the precise timing. So that's why I'm like really excited to read the answer to this question with you guys. Because honestly, I can't answer that question for you, but I'm sure this app can. So my question was, when will I get married? And the answer is, I'm nervous to read this. Hello, Gabriella. As per the analysis of your natal chart, you are seen to be under the blessing of Mercury, which is supporting you to have a fulfilling and harmonious married life ahead. Under this grace, you are likely to get married around April 2025. In case of delays, July 2025 seems to be another equally fortunate time for you to get tied to a marital knot. Your future husband shall originally hail from the southern direction of your birthplace, but some possibility of him residing around your current location too cannot be denied. He is seen to be slightly short-tempered, proud but energetic, and friendly in personality, and shall remain supportive in fulfilling your goals in life. Further, you could retain relatively good finances after marriage. However, ordinary challenges or disagreements can be there at the beginning of the alliance due to the presence of a weakly aligned southern lunar node in the 7th house of your chart. Therefore, it is advised to maintain a positive mindset, develop mutual understanding, communicate openly, and develop healthy ways of thinking about each other, which shall help you overcome any potential challenges that may arise. Sorry, I literally can't read, as you guys can see. So, spending quality time addressing issues of your relationship shall lead to a stronger and deeper connection between you two, leading to a happy married life. Also, if you have someone in mind, feel free to ask about marriage compatibility between you two by sending his full birth details. That sounds rather soon. So I am running late to a doctor's appointment. So I'm going to pause here, go to the doctor's appointment with whatever this is, come back and finish the Q&A and makeup look together. Hopefully the sun comes back out. Okay, I'm back. I never did this before where like I just get up mid-filming. I'm a Taurus, so I have really, really bad time management. This app in the past has definitely predicted all the situations and challenges that came my way. So my brain's kind of spinning about what I just read. Sometimes you need something like this to ease your fears, for sure. And another question I was asked in the Q&A was, how do you deal with being in your 20s? And I know there's a lot of fear surrounding your 20s, so I feel like this is like a really good tool to have on your phone. Everyone's always evolving, but I feel like there's so much pressure in your 20s, especially with timeline. Although I believe in God, I also very much believe in energy and the universe and science. And I feel like the universe, energy, and science can be our guides. I just want to express my gratitude with this app and all of the wonderful astrologers with Yoda. So if you'd like to join the Yoda app yourself, check out my link in the description box. I'm going to be linking that down below for you guys. And make sure to use my promo code Gabriella so you can ask one free question, just like I displayed in this video. Thanks again, Yoda, for working with me on this long overdue Q&A. And let's get back into the questions because there were just so many and I feel like I'm almost done with my makeup, but don't worry, I'm going to try and get to as many as I can. I want to do a rather clean makeup look today, so I'm going to be using my Charlotte Tilbury Champagne Eyes to Mesmerize cream shadow. I don't want to use my fingers though. This is like, I'll use this little brush. Ooh, this is pretty. Such a pretty champagne sheen. It's so hard to do my makeup and answer these questions. Let me put this on my lap. Favorite scent right now, La Duelle by Diptyque. That's like on the shelf, like right there. It's so good. There's like a hint of vanilla. It's very smoky and it smells a little Santal. It's just so nice. It's very fancy. Will you ever announce being engaged or having had a wedding or pre-film all question mark? So if I go down that path again, ever, I would just keep everything pretty simple and private. And I've learned the hard way that I'm not really like a bride. When I was a bride, everyone was chasing me down for like answers and like it just was stressing me out. I feel like work always comes number one for some reason. I thought like I really surprised myself when I was a bride and I like wasn't excited to like, you know, plan everything. I think it's because the way that like brides get excited for their big day, that's how I get excited about my job. So I just wanted to work. Like, I really didn't care about planning anything. So if I ever go down that path again, I would just Carrie Bradshaw it, if you know what I mean. Are you also interested in girls? Yes, I actually was interested in girls first. Like, I always had a boyfriend in school, but I always had crushes on, like, my girlfriends. LOL. I thought I was bi my whole life. And then another question was, how did you know you're pansexual? Like, I don't have a type. You could be a man with feminine energy. You could be a woman with masculine energy. Like, you could be a they, them. It's limitless. And I think it's such a beautiful thing. And I think that's one of my favorite things I discovered in my 20s. Do you still have a relationship with God? I love you, by the way. I love you too. Yes, I have a very great relationship with God. It doesn't fit any mold or category. It's my own very individual relationship with God, and I feel so seen and heard in my relationship with God. Are you gonna do bundles of clothes you're not wearing like you used to before with shipping, worldwide shipping? Yes, I actually do that now. It started with VIP on the Cottage Palace, which is my house's Instagram. So now I'm selling bundles on Hometown Vintage Shop's Instagram. So I just did a spring cleaning sale and we sold out last weekend and it was really fun. What is your favorite moment in your life from the past year? I think it was falling in love with Los Angeles. I feel like I never really gave it a full chance when I was growing up in Hollywood in my 20s. Now that I'm getting older, I just really appreciate it, but also I'm doing LA differently than I ever did before, and that is not living it the influencer way. All my best friends are artists and creators, content creators, but I can still have that and not live it the way I used to. And what I mean by that is, like, when I used to go to LA, like, I used to have an LA closet and then LA friends, and it was all like surface level, and I would just go to LA and go to events, go to meetings, and then come back home to Pennsylvania. But that's not how it is now. When I go to LA, it's not just for events. Like, I actually have my own private life in LA that has nothing to do with being a content creator. And I think that's all I needed to do. I have my own little circle. I have my own private things that I do with my friends that I don't film. The way I like to put it is I feel like I'm living college again on the other coast, because I have like friendships with people, like new close friendships, and I have to travel to go see them, and I'm back and forth, and like, this is my home. But I associate LA with work because while I've been in LA since the new year, I've been working so much. So yeah, I still have that. But I also have my personal life. So it's like going to class and then having your friends. And the work stuff I've been doing in LA, obviously I've been going to events and all the fun stuff, but that's not like what I do 24/7 in LA anymore. And if you watch my LA vlogs, it's actually pretty cool. You guys can see I now have what I would call a personal life. I don't really film the professional things anymore because all of my meetings are super private. In the past, I made LA like my YouTube world, like YouTube in real life. Now I have my own personal life in LA. The next question is, do you still see yourself as a mom in the future? So I just want to be a realist right now. As amazing as it sounds to be a mom, I just want to make sure I'm like 100% ready. I want my family to be so crazy relaxed. And I know that's probably intangible, but like, I grew up in like a pretty chaotic like household, and if there's anything that I wish for when I was little, it was for like more peace, and that's exactly what I would want to bring to my family when I'm ready for that. Peace is boring, and I don't know if I ever see myself getting to that place where like that is fully something that I want, is to just, you know what I'm doing tomorrow and the day after that and the day after that and the year after that and the year after that, and like having all my like weeks and weekends like, you know, set up. I don't know if I'm cut out for that. I'm in the right field and I really like what I do. I think I'm just gonna freeze my eggs because obviously I'm not getting any younger, but I see that as such a big decision, like such a big decision. That is a commitment. I wanna make sure I have a very healthy family and a very peaceful lifestyle for my family. So that obviously seems far from now. What is considered a healthy relationship to you? A healthy relationship to me has constant communication, and you can be your 100% self around them, which means no masking, no hiding how you feel. It's like you put yourself first, you love yourself, you nurture yourself, and then whoever falls in love with you while you're doing that is the right person. Healthy relationships are okay with each other doing different things. Healthy relationships is trust as well. Love is trust. Also being a team, not relying on just like one person to get everything done, like working actively together to get things done. And yeah, that's my Miss America answer. Do you and Ariana still talk after Thank You Next? If I told you the amount of times people have asked me that, I think I'm finally gonna answer that in this video. We continue to talk after Thank You Next for a bit, and then somewhere along the line, We got like the interactions got like less and less. The one thing that I would always say when I was like talking with her regularly is that she was, and I tell all my friends this to this day, she was so much more humble and kind than any YouTuber I have ever met in my life. I will still continue to support her even if she never messages with me again. I was a fan before the thank you next video, and I will be a fan after the thank you next video. I saw there was like a video on TikTok going around saying she was ignoring me. That is not true at all. Anytime she saw me like off on my own, she'd be like, "Hi Gabby, are you okay?" I felt like she actively was checking in, making sure I felt comfortable. The clip that you guys saw, I was like fever dream, and it was like an out-of-body experience because it's not something that you experience every day, and I genuinely just felt like I was in autopilot because the whole situation was just so like I didn't even feel like I was in my body. Why don't you post as consistently on the Nikki and Gabby channel? Love you, by the way. I love you too. Guys, let me just put it short and sweet. We are in our late 20s, and we used to just like revolve our lives around filming content, but now it's like we have to bend our lives to film content, and Nikki and I are on completely different travel schedules. I know, as you guys can see, I always go back in with like a MAC powder. I just want to set this makeup real nice so it lasts like the rest of the day. Nikki and I have completely different travel schedules, routines. How do you keep a good mindset and protect your peace? So one of my mindset tricks is to feel my feet on the ground. It takes you out of your head and it makes you just be present. They say thinking about the past causes depression, thinking about the future causes anxiety, being present causes happiness. Just think about where you were this time last year. You were probably stressing about stuff too as well, but you got through it. You're not always going to be like rainbows and sunshine, but you have to accept the process and know that it's going in your book of life. Also, this isn't good like word advice, but I use saffron supplements. I supplement with literal saffron. Let me get my jar. I knew like 2 years ago or a year ago that I should have been on an antidepressant, but I didn't want all the side effects. And if you're on medication, nothing against that, but I stumbled upon a TikTok where a psychiatrist said that saffron is proven to work like 99% just as effective, if not more, than Prozac. I started this and I feel like myself again. Like I genuinely feel like myself again. Is the influencer career unstable? I would say it depends what type of influencer you are and how your life is set up. I'd say it's very rewarding, and just like any freelancer or artist, like you got to put in the work. It's not going to do the work for you, and you just got to be organized with your life and your lifestyle, and then it's fine. Then it's not unstable. What would you say to girls who want to be like you? Aw. I never thought of this question. I would say no one else can feel your happiness, so as long as it's not harming anyone else, continue to do what makes you happy and romanticize the out of your life. Not a question, just love this era you're in. Me too. And thank you for saying that. I don't know what era this is. I don't know what it's called because like I'm not putting out music right now, but I'm putting together an antique shop, and I'm like back and forth just like living this life that I'm currently living. And I don't know, I'm having so much fun. I don't know what it is exactly that I'm doing. Maybe I'm just like focusing on being an influencer right now, and I've definitely got back into makeup and beauty a lot more than I was. So maybe this is the beauty era. How did you and so go from friends to lovers? That stuff you don't plan, it just happens. It's a natural progression. Like I really have no idea myself. Like I think it was the biggest surprise of my 20s. Like, we got to an age and a place where it just made sense. With that being said, I'm gonna close this fancy vlog. Birthday's in a week. I can't wait to get these freaking nails done. I can't believe it's already May. This year has gone by so quick so far. I love you guys so much. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys like this video. Give this a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next fancy vlog.